it sure as heck looks like Sam Alito's about to retire. And if that happens, get ready for the Mike Lee to the Supreme Court chatter to start up again. Because I can guarantee you he will be on that list for the president. And a lot of the people, there's a lot of speculation in Washington, D.C., that the reason why Senator Lee has been so outrageous on social media, a lot of people think is because he is auditioning for that Supreme Court role. He wants that. I mean, he wants it so bad he can taste it. And he clerked for Sam Alito twice. I think his son clerked for Sam Alito in one of the recent terms. So expect that chatter to start up again, because Mike Lee is going to be in the mix. He's going to be a significant player for that Supreme Court seat. I don't know if you saw what happened today, but NPR published a story by Nina Totenberg that said Alito was going to retire, and then they pulled it down. And they claimed, we had just pre-written something in case, and it got pushed live by accident. I've been in enough newsrooms, and when you know who Nina Totenberg and how wired she is in to the Supreme Court, some would argue a little too cozy with the justices. For her to have that story, I suspect there's a little bit more there. And there's been a lot of speculation that Sam Alito is going to retire anyway. He's got a book coming out. The publication of that book is the day after the court starts its next term. All the signs are pointing to Sam Alito retiring. And, there's been a lot of reporting that Mike Lee is so loathed in the Senate that his confirmation, if he were to be nominated for the Supreme Court, it would almost be a unanimous confirmation just to get him out of there, because they are getting tired of his antics in the Senate. But expect that chatter to start up again, because Mike Lee clerked for Alito, and as I said before, he almost got he was on the list. He was on the list of finalists. So when Trump first ran, he had a list of people who he would nominate. It was a Federalist Society list, obviously, but it was a list of people who he would nominate for the Supreme Court. Mike Lee was on it. Mike Lee's brother, who was then the Chief Justice of the Utah Supreme Court, he was also on that list. And obviously the first nomination in the Trump's term went to Justice Gorsuch. Then when Justice Kennedy stepped down, that nomination that went to Kavanaugh, it almost went to Mike Lee. Like, it came really close. Reporting at the time, Lee was a finalist. Trump interviewed him for the job. Ironically, the reason why Lee was not nominated at the time is because his views, his anti-abortion views, people thought that would be enough to derail his nomination. Funny how, the world we're living in now. But, Mike Lee's opposition to Roe v. Wade is what caused him to not get that nomination when Kavanaugh was nominated. After Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away, Mike Lee, again, a finalist for that job, but they were saving it for Amy Coney Barrett because they wanted to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg with a woman. But I suspect Mike Lee will once again be a top contender for a Supreme Court nomination if Justice Alito steps down, and I suspect he's going to. All the signs are pointing to it, just from the coverage and the fact that Nina Totenberg of NPR had a story that popped up online and then was taken down that basically said Alito was going to retire.